The significance of US putting NSO Group on its entity list. The United States Department of Commerce has added Israeli spyware company NSO Group, the maker of Pegasus, to its entity list. What does it mean and does it have implications for India? Israeli spyware company NSO Group, the maker of phone hacking tool Pegasus, has been added to a federal blacklist by the US Department of Commerce, thereby restricting it from accessing American made technologies. What has the US government done? The US government has added Israel's NSO Group and Candiru alongside Russian cybersecurity firm Positive Technologies and Singapore-based Computer Security Initiative Consultancy (PTE) to its entity list. In particular, the Israeli companies were added to the list based on evidence that these entities developed and supply spyware to foreign governments that use the tools and maliciously target government officials, journalists, business people, activists, academics, and embassy workers. What are some of the other companies added to the entity list? Chinese technology firm Huawei was added to the list in May 2019 by the Donald Trump administration on the basis of information that provided a reasonable basis to conclude that Huawei is engaged in activities that are contrary to US national security or foreign policy interests, and its non US affiliates pose a significant risk of involvement in activities contrary to the national security of the United States. Additionally, Hong Kong based textile maker Esquisse unit in Xinjiang district in China was also added to the entity list over allegations of ties to forced labor. The company, one of the world's largest shirt makers, supplied to top brands such as Nike and Tommy Hilfiger. What is the significance of US government's move? Being added to the entity list means the companies will not be able to access American hardware and software. However, given that companies like NSO Group and Candiru operate covertly, unlike public facing products of companies like Huawei, enforcement of the restrictions remain unclear. Trade experts, though, have argued that this is an important flag planted by the US, given that most decisions earlier to put companies on the entity list involved China, with which the US was embroiled in a trade war at the time. However, this time the US has taken a stance on a company being operated out of Israel, a long-time US ally. In a statement, US Secretary of Commerce Gina M. Raimondo said the United States is committed to aggressively using export control to hold companies accountable that develop, traffic, or use technologies to conduct malicious activities that threaten the cybersecurity of members of civil society dissidents, government officials, and organizations here and abroad. Does this decision mean anything for India? An official from the Indian Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology said that though addition of companies to the list does not outright bar any non-US company or country from doing business with such companies, most avoid doing business for the fear of sanctions. Last month, the Supreme Court of India appointed a committee presided by Justice retired R. V. Ravindran to inquire into the Pegasus revelations. Thank you.